I think I'm about to become the queen of late night. I think that there was a need and I'm going to fill it. It is again very late, not my intention at all tonight. My plan was to get here much earlier, but then things happened and I started to get busy and I couldn't get on earlier. I was on a quest today. There were some things that I needed to do, and I tried to create a video in the car. I was doing a vlog. Problem was that the time and the weather just were not helping at all. I was driving into the light so that part of my face was in light and part of it was in darkness. Yeah, so we'll see how long it lasts, Sandy. I'm actually on the hot phone, so we'll see how the hot phone works because the other one, the battery is very low at this point, so we'll see what happens. A number of people have been asking me about my lipstick the last few days. So I couldn't remember the name of a couple of them, so I brought it over to show you. And the liner is Jordana Terra Kiss. It's a really inexpensive liner that I pick up. I know, I saw the end of it. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you here. So this is really terrific. And I love the ones that are, that are retractable because I hate to have to sharpen them. The mistake color that I used the other day was, oh, here we go. This requires my eyesight. It's called Pink Blush, and the company is something. I'm not sure what. What the heck? Oh, it's Rimmel. This is Rimmel of London. I really like Rimmel a lot, actually. Again, it is the number is 006, and it's called Pink Blush. So that's the first color I put on. When I put it on the other day, it was really not the look I was going for. So I put over that the Laura Geller Love Me Do in the Honey Fizz, and that's that very light color. Yeah, I don't know what happened last night. It didn't seem to happen early in the live stream. It seemed to happen much, much later. Hard Candy Foundation and a new primer. I don't know. I'm not aware of that one. So this is the color on the other lipstick. So that's what I've been wearing the past few days. While we were talking yesterday, I found myself really thinking about that chocolate. So I went, yeah, I think Laura Geller was available actually on QVC, but it was $16 a tube, and I had bought it for a lot less. So when I had gotten it on sale, so $16 was a lot. I missed your comment, Sandy. I saw something about Walmart, so let me take a look. Oh, it's the Drew Barrymore line? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I have not tried any of that stuff. I finally found a kit from Profusion that I'm not crazy about. It is called Temptress. It's an eyeshadow kit. The colors look beautiful. They really do. They go on relatively nicely, but they get very patchy as the day wears on. So it's the first time, unless there was something wrong with it, it's the first kit I've gotten from them that I would not necessarily go for. Now, in fairness, I've only tried a few of the colors. So maybe I need to try a few more before giving my definitive opinion on it. When I left the house today, it was cold out. And I have the remote start on the car and I keep forgetting to use it. So it was cold when I got in the car, but I love the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. The minute I turn the car on, I turn those two things on so that I have a little bit of warmth coming in more quickly than I would if I turned the heat on Flower is the Drew Barrymore line? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not at all familiar with it. I really am not. Sandy, did you get anything from Miraness during the Haute Look sale? Because they had some nice options that were really inexpensive if you wanted to try things. I went to Home Goods today, and it was quite... Oh, hard candy is like Rimmel? Well, if it's anything like Rimmel, I like Rimmel products, a lot of them. I do, so I really might like that. Oh, you forgot to look. Okay, it's still on. It's on, I think, for the next couple of days anyway. I'm just noticing my eye makeup is running a little bit. I have to ask you to forgive me for that, but I got really upset and frustrated earlier, so I smeared my eye makeup a little bit. You do like them, Sabrina. I'll definitely have to look at that at some point. I know, isn't that amazing? The auto start. I totally forget about it all the time because I've never had it before. So it's not something that comes naturally to me, at least at this point. Would any of you have any interest in at all, probably not, in my doing a video showing my nails have all broken? So what I want to do, just to give them a chance to kind of regrow, and I've been doing a lot of work around the house, and my nails have not been in great shape, and they are breaking, and I notice that my nails have ridges on them, and I know that's indicative of something, but I don't remember what. In any case, I was thinking of doing a video of me putting on the press-on nails because they look so great, and it's a terrific, inexpensive way to have a nice looking, a nice finish to your nails. And if there would be any interest, I could certainly do that on one of the videos. I went to Home Goods with one goal, and I couldn't... Now, I finally have the hang tag. No, they don't weaken the nails, Sandy. The ones that I have, it's just the glue, and I don't have to rough up my nails, and I don't have to do anything, and it doesn't harm my nails in the slightest. I've used them before. It's not like getting them in a salon. I did that only once in my life, and I only did it on a few nails when my son got married because I had a few nails that had broken, so they did the fake nails. And it was really funny. During the ceremony, they had the lighting of the candles, and when it was my turn to light a candle, I couldn't do it. And the rabbi who was officiating had asked me if I was nervous. I said, no. I said, yeah. I said, no, I'm not nervous. I just had long nails that I wasn't used to and I couldn't strike the match. So it was really funny. I was standing there and I kept trying to do it over and over again. But it amazes me how good those press-on nails look. They are a far cry from what they used to be. And I just use Kiss glue, and I usually can get up to 2 weeks, depending upon the nails, depending upon the company that it comes from. I've gotten some of them online that have been really inexpensive, and they look terrific. So I'm going to put them on anyway. Maybe I'll do a video. Maybe I'll put it out there. Maybe I won't. But I'm always better off creating it, and then I can decide afterwards. In any case, I was going to Home Goods, and they have now I have the hang tag, so I can park in the handicap parking spaces. The problem was there was no handicap parking space anywhere near the store. They were all full. Danny Pro is a good polish. No formaldehyde. Oh. Oh. So I had to park about 4 rows away, and it was very cold today, and I couldn't stand the cold. And my leg was bothering me. The one, yeah, Merrick Home Goods is where I went. And it's not my favorite one. I really like the one in Rockville Center much more, but it's very big, and it's harder to park, and you usually have to park farther away. So I go to the one in Merrick. It's close by. And I decided to go in, even though it was a long walk and my leg was bothering me. I just walked slowly, got into the place, and what did I go there for? I went there for chocolate. After the discussion that we had, I think it was yesterday, I had such a craving for chocolate again. I thought I would get Perugina, or I would get Godiva, or I would get one of the chocolates that I really, really love. Unfortunately, I could not. Oh, it's a good treatment for the ridges? I've never heard of it, Mary. I don't know where to buy it. The Danny Pro polish is what she was talking about. I finally found some Belgian chocolate that I was going to buy, and I picked up the box, and I started walking over to where the checkout was. There was a long snaking line that went all the way down one lane, back into a second, and onto a third. And I said, there is no way that I am going to stand on line for something like that with me feeling the way that I feel. By the way, they had some of these furry looking throws. Now these things, I had gotten this one. It's a really pretty one. I had gotten it from, you really can't appreciate it here at all. But it's very nice, and it's deliciously warm. And I had gotten this from, I think it was Fabulous Furs, maybe, or Frontgate was one of the two. I'm not sure. But it was a pricey thing, but they had a sale on it just before Christmas one year, and I picked it up. They had one that was gorgeous. It was under, there were hanging ones, and there was one that was tucked under on the bottom. Of course, I didn't have my grabber, so I couldn't pull it up. What is this? Trying Rejuvecoat? I don't know what that says. An organic nail guardian. Oh, on the internet at their site, Mary, that's how you get the polish? I'll have to check it out. Anyway, they had this absolutely gorgeous throw. I wanted to look at it because it was just so beautiful. And I've got, I have somewhere between $100-something and $300-something because I do have a gift card from there. So I have to see if it's still valid because it's old. I have it for a long time. So anyway, I was going to look at that thing, but it was near the floor and I couldn't get to it. It was just gorgeous. But I was determined. I was headed straight over to the chocolates. And when I found it, I was really kind of disappointed. But anyway, I was not going to stand on line for that huge long line. There was no way my leg would have tolerated it today. They didn't even have a single shopping cart when I came in. They were all taken. So it was not the best time to go there. But undaunted, I left there and I went to, well, I had to stop. First, I stopped at the dollar type store that I had gone to when I had gotten the, what was it called? The Lindt chocolate. And they didn't have any more. But I went back today to check and they still didn't have any more. So they did have chocolate though. They had Russell Stover. And by that time, I wanted chocolate. So I figured I would try the Russell Stover. I bought it. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I had one piece. It stuck to my teeth. It was not good at all. So I left there still having this crazy urge for chocolate. And I went into CVS. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Melissa 55 she has some really good stuff that she recommends. So yeah, I definitely will check it out. In any case, when I made my way into CVS, at long last, success. I got my Lindt chocolate, the classic. And this is with the hazelnut. Crazy person that I am. I was eating one square at a time. I ate a whole bar. I ate a whole bloody bar. Not smart. But they had it on sale, 2 for $5. So it was really good. So I picked up 4 bars. So I have 3 left. So that is not a great thing, but I do have it. Wanted to talk about something a little bit more serious today as well. Um, hmm. So I'd been trying to reach my son for the last few days. I know, I know dark chocolate is healthier, and they had a lot of dark chocolate and Cadbury. I wanted the milk chocolate with the roasted hazelnuts. It's just so good. Anyway, I was trying to reach David and I couldn't reach him. I think dark chocolate is a little bit bitter as well. It's not my it's not my preference, though they say it is definitely healthier. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you again. The Hershey dark chocolate kisses. Yeah. The dark chocolate, it just doesn't do it for me. The only time I really enjoy dark chocolate, well, I enjoy it in, I don't know if anybody here remembers or knows of or ever heard of Barton's chocolate, but when I was much, much, much younger, there was a Barton's chocolate place right down the street from where I lived, and they had truffles that were half light chocolate, half dark. Yes, the Lindt is absolutely delicious. It really is. But I really have to pace myself with this stuff. It is not good for me, and I'm having way too much. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Maybe it's also that I'm a little bit nervous about next Tuesday, so I'll use that as my excuse. Um, anyway, I was trying to reach David for a few days and I was not successful. And it's very, very unusual for him. Oh God, the Kent movie theater. Wow. That takes me back 100 years. Son of a gun. Yep. Yeah, we had one in Queens though too. It was really nice in Forest Hills. Um, I usually try to reach David by text. Number one, there is, the 3 or 2 hour difference depending upon where he is. And I never want to disturb him because I don't know how busy he is. So I always will text and ask him if he can talk. He didn't get back to me. Son of a gun. You're right, Sabrina. Um, oh God, Barton's was so good. I can still taste it in my mind's taste buds, if such a thing exists. Um, David didn't respond to my text, and I didn't think too much of it at the time, and I guess I tried him. Hi, Denise. I guess I tried him a little bit later, um, the same day. That was a couple of days ago. And I didn't hear back from him. And then yesterday, I tried him again, and I was getting worried because it's not like him. He typically will get back to me relatively quickly. So I just, chocolate cordial cherry candy? Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. Hi, how are you? Um, when David finally got back to me, his message was that he didn't have time to talk and he probably wouldn't be able to talk to me for a while unless it was urgent. And I was really concerned. because, number one, he's never done that before. And what is a while? Is a while 10 minutes, an hour, a day, a week? What is a while? So the more I thought about it, the more I worried. And yet I didn't want to bother him, but I finally had to reach out again and say, what's going on? Are you okay? Is there anything I need to worry about? So he finally got back to me, not in a wonderful way. I'm trying to see if I see the message. I don't remember which phone it was on. I'm not sure. Yes, it was on the other phone. Just let me... Yeah, that was the message. Sorry, haven't been able to talk. Yeah. May not be able to for a while, unless urgent, of course. I finally got back to him about 4 hours later, and I said, not sure what a while means. Can you talk tonight? I didn't hear back from him, so I texted him again this morning, and I said, just let me know all is well in your world. And then finally he got back to me, and he said, I'll touch base when I can. And I told him that I was worried. So at that point, in his inimitable fashion, he said to me, worry about something more practical, like E. coli in the meat supply or famine in Africa. Okay, I know. So, of course, he's trying to deflect there. And I said to him, that's too broad for me. I'm more laser focused. Again, crickets. So hours later, I texted him again. And I said, I'm still waiting to hear everything's okay. Nothing. 3 hours later, I texted again. Please tell me what's going on. I'm really concerned. So then, he sent back a little message, but it was deflecting. And I am really, really worried. Clearly he doesn't want to talk. Clearly something is bothering him. Yeah, Marla, it does sound like, I think something is really wrong. And he doesn't, maybe he's needing to digest it, maybe, but I'm worried. And finally he told me to please stop, that I was killing him, that I was making him crazy, to which I just wrote, and I am not like that. I am not one to text a lot. I'm not intrusive in his life, never have been. I've always kind of waited for an invitation, or certainly let him know that I'm there, but at the same time, not wanting to take over. Tape somebody? I must have missed something, Sandy. I don't get that one. But I don't know what's going on. And I am really, really concerned. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to worry, because for whatever reason, he's not wanting to share. And I think I should tell you what I was concerned about, because about, I don't know, maybe a year before my surgery, I had spoken to David on the phone, and I was sharing old photos with him. He had asked about them until 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. The next morning, no, it was probably the next afternoon, I got a text message from his ex-wife telling me not to worry, that he was out of surgery and he was doing well. And I was like, what? He's out of surgery and he's doing well. So my first thought at the time was he had a heart attack, or he had an accident, or something terrible happened, because I had been on the phone with him until 4 o'clock in the morning the night before, and he never mentioned any surgery. he never mentioned anything, so I was really upset. So at that point, I started texting him saying, "What's going on? And what kind of a jerk are you that you didn't tell me what's going on?" I heard back from his significant other. S- Okay, I'm missing something, ladies. I really am. What are we needing the tape for? Are we packing something? Duct tape? I don't know. You have to share. So because of that, and it turned out, okay. It turned out that David had, okay, Denise, I get it. It turned out that at the time, David had hernia surgery. And he didn't want to tell me because he didn't want to worry me. So instead, getting a message from his ex-wife not to worry, he's out of surgery and he's doing well, I was frantic until I was able to find out what had happened. She told me later that she thought I would have known, which one would imagine I might have known, but David had said later on that he just didn't want to worry me, so he didn't want to tell me about it. But I don't know. I felt as if I had a right to know. Maybe I didn't. It's his life, but heck, I'm still his mother, and that's what I tried to tell him today. When I texted, I said, I'm allowed to worry. It's my job. No, no, no. It's about David, and I just am really, really concerned. I know something's wrong, and I know I can feel it in the pit of my stomach. Something is really bothering him. Something is really disturbing his world, and it's killing me. It's really killing me because, you know, you always want them to be happy, and he has been. I mean, he's been living a life that he's loving. Um, so it's a little bit disturbing to have this going on at this point. It's hard. No, I don't want to do that because it may have nothing to do with her, and she may not know anything about what's going on. Um, exactly, Sandy. I would rather know what's going on than worry about God knows what it might be. I don't know. I don't know. I just um, I wish he would tell me. I will say, in his defense, that he's much like his father that way. His father, he was evasive, exactly. He was evasive. Every time I asked a question, he deflected, which tells me that it's something really upsetting to him. And I just don't want him upset. I don't want his world not to. Exactly. I know. And I tried to say that. And the funny thing is, oh, God help me, I pray not, Denise. I have no idea. There's something significant going on. And, but the funny thing is, truly, I know, I know. It's just he he keeps very much to himself. Drugs, no. A woman, no. I don't think so, Denise. He's in a very committed relationship. I was at first very worried about his health, and then that maybe something was going wrong in his personal world, but because he doesn't share that, I can only guess. And if I guess, I sometimes guess the worst possible scenario because once again, I just want him to be happy. I just really do. I had said once when he first moved a long distance away that I would rather never see him again if that had to be. Unfortunately, I really don't have that kind of relationship with her. I wish that I could, and I wish that I did have. It's just a disturbing thing. Hi, Myra. Take care. I'm glad you did stop by. Um, I, I don't know. I'm hoping that it's not anything. I'm hoping but David does not let things upset him a lot. He'll take things in stride. I know. I know. I should distract myself. And I came on here, I guess part of it was that. But, I just want him to be okay. So, and I'm not gonna cry. God, this takes me back to when I was in the rehab. I don't think I've had one of those since then. So forgive me, but it is what it is. Yeah, I hate to do it. It's yeah. I wish I had a tissue handy. I'm sure as hell not going to use my little fur thing to wipe away my tears. That's not going to happen. Yeah, let's talk about something else. I think I'm just going to pray that everything is okay with him, or that if it's not okay at this very moment in time, that it will be very soon. So let me use my sleeve. That's funny, Sandy. Yeah, so good. Let's do that. Let's talk about something else. Yeah, I hope it's not any health issues, exactly. That was my first thought. That was my first concern, because I want him to be happy and healthy and lead exactly the life that he wants to lead, and that will give me great joy no matter what. That's funny, Sabrina. Sabrina said, just don't go outside, your sleeve will freeze. It really is so cold out. I cannot stand it. Marla, my leg was bothering me quite a bit today, but I think it had more to do today with the fact that it was very cold out. And I was getting in and out of the car quite a bit. And at one point, I had to get into the car. Oh, and I had to get into the car on a heavily trafficked street. So it made it, I had to do it faster. So it was a little bit harder, and my leg was hurting. I also did a little bit more walking today, and I went into a client's place just for a little while. Norel. I don't know that one. Denise was mentioning a perfume because we were talking about perfume the other night. I actually want to get a bottle of Blue Waltz after we were talking about it and my memories of it as a little girl, and the gift that I was so happy to give my mother. Um, I saw it on some site, really inexpensive, and somebody said it smells really good. And just for nostalgia's sake, I would really love to do that. I would just love to get that. I think that would be fun. I love Alien, Marla. Alien turns out to be one of my favorite scents, and it's a go-to. I find myself reaching for that purple bottle all the time. I love it. It is a really great scent. I found when I first put it on that it's a little heavy, but the dry down on it is wonderful, and it smells great for hours. Yes, I could wear it every day too. I'm sure that I could. I I also love Mont Guerlain. I think that's a really nice fragrance. I love the Classique Jean Paul Gaultier. Your least favorites? Chanel number five. I have not worn Chanel number five in so many. Oh, you just took me back to an old memory. When I was dating my husband, we were very young. And there used to be a commercial on television. I remember Chantilly as a perfume, but I don't remember the scent, and I never used it. Back in the day, there was a commercial on television that some of you might remember. It was promise her anything but give her arpege. Well, my father-in-law, at the time, of course, he was my boyfriend's father, had said to Hank, he said, promise her anything but give her nothing. And that cracked me up. Yeah, I can't conjure up the scent of Chantilly. Oh, Joy was much too strong for me. I couldn't do that one. Chanel, that's really funny. Hi, Lorinda. Oh, Iralinda, I'm sorry. Alien is really a great scent. I love it. Heaven Sent, no. No, and as I was telling you, I really love the scent Tova and Goddess by Marilyn Miglin, but Goddess, they stopped making it shortly after I fell in love with it, and that has been a problem for me with a number of scents that I have gotten over the years. One of the ones that I forgot Youth do, right? I forgot about that one too. One of the things I had picked up last Christmas at Ulta, yeah, it was Ulta. Jean too, exactly. I do remember that. Um, there was, it was Vince Camuto. I don't remember the name of the scent, but I liked it a lot. I really liked it a lot. And I still wear it occasionally. But I don't have the signature scent that I used to have back in the day when it was one of a few. And I think scents, I don't know, for me, scents and music, I don't know how you all feel about music, but there are certain, if I hear a song, oh, thanks, Marla, I really do love it, and it was an accident. It really was an accident. As I said earlier in the live stream, these are the three products that I used. It was the Jordana pencil in the color Terra Kiss, and it's Rimmel. Yes, the melodies really do bring back memories. This is Pink Blush in Rimmel, and of course the Love Me Do in Honey Fizz. Estee Lauder. There were a couple of Estee Lauder fragrances. Windsong. That's right. That's right. Um, God, there were so many. I really never did have many different scents. I just had a few. And there were a few. There was a scent, what was it, Emerald? I used to get little bottles that I would get with things, gifts. What a nice memory. Or what a nice picture to conjure up with the perfume smell. And Pleasures did that for you. That's nice. That really is nice. You know, it's funny. Shortly after my mother died, she used to go shopping with me. She lived with me at the end. And I found myself walking down the aisle of a grocery store. Oh, yeah. It's hard when you have allergies. It really is hard. I walked down the aisle of the grocery store and I turned the corner to go to the next aisle, and all of a sudden, this scent came wafting across, and it felt like my mother was there. It really was an amazing thing. So scents and sounds definitely can conjure up memories. Chocolate candles. Wow. There are some candles that I absolutely love. My favorite candles, and I've tried many different types. I love Village candles. They have a really great waft. They have Honey Fizz in a set of $29.99. I'll take a look at that and see. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that. Lost my train of thought. Hi, Kay. Melted chocolate. That's right. That's really funny. One of my favorite scents is called lemon pound cake. It's an absolutely lovely scent. Also, maple, what is it called? Maple pancake? Maple something. It smells really good. Also, there's a blueberry cheesecake scent. That is so funny. Oh yes, there is nothing like sharing a bed with eau de Bengay. I can imagine. Yeah, that could have certainly dampened the spirits a bit. But yeah, oh my God. I don't know why that eau de Bengay just took me back to, as a child, if I ever got a chest cold, my mother would put Vicks Vapor Rub on my chest. Do you remember? That's why you only have 2 kids, Sandy. That's funny. Um, I remember the smell of the Vicks Vapor Rub. Does it really? Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Vicks. Yeah, I knew what you were trying to say, Marla. Yeah. It's just, it always conjured up that thing of my being sick. I don't know why it takes me here. There was one time when David was little, I had fallen asleep. I guess I took a nap, and I woke up, and he had managed to climb onto a chair in the kitchen, eucalyptus. He climbed on a chair in the kitchen. He was very young, maybe 2, 3, and he climbed onto the counter, and I had his vitamins on top of the refrigerator. He managed to get the vitamins, and oh yeah, mustard plaster. Yeah, I'd forgotten about those. He got the vitamins and he ingested quite a number of them, and I was frantic, and I called the doctor, and he just told me to keep an eye on him. But I remember the smell of him as it started to come out of his pores. That smell of the vitamins was absolutely disgusting. It it really was. It was just way too much. Oh, Lita, hi. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Thanks, Lita. Yeah, it just, unbelievable. I used to do crafts years ago with my friend Jackie. We used to take classes together, and we used to have such a good time. And do you? Yeah, I mean, it does take you back when you do those things for yourself. Um, anyway, we made centerpieces, we made wreaths, we did all that kind of thing. And sometimes we would use the eucalyptus in it, but it got to the point where I couldn't take it. It was just way too strong. Linda is, actually Linda's sick. Linda has a bad cold. She is, yes, right, that is with the rubbing alcohol. I forgot about that. But yeah, Linda sounds terrible. She has a bad cold. And she has no tolerance for not feeling well in any way whatsoever. So she said if she's not better tomorrow, she's going to go to one of those walk-in clinics and she's going to get something for it. And I told her if it's cold, it's going to have to run its course, but it'll make her feel better, I guess, psychologically, to take something. She is fortunately not used to getting sick. She is a bit of a hypochondriac, so she imagines she's sick a lot, but she doesn't typically get sick. Throw us. Oh, Sabrina, that is marvelous. That really is. Go throw her some milk, like the day she threw my milk down the stairs. I don't know if she did get the flu shot. I really don't know. But yeah, so she was telling me that she felt bad that she couldn't come over. She actually is feeling a little bit, she said she was feeling guilty because she hasn't really been here. I think she's been here 3 times since I got home. She does not come over, but she had told me she wouldn't do that. And I don't think it was, I think she actually was around somebody who was sick. She had mentioned it one day, I guess, early in the week, and she was afraid she was going to come down with something, but she typically doesn't get sick. I have to tell you, though, I walked into several stores today, and there were people coughing and sneezing everywhere, everywhere. I came home and I washed my hands as soon as I got in the house. Bless her heart, right? Yeah, but so she said she was feeling guilty not coming over. I said, don't feel guilty and don't come over. I said, I really don't want you coming over. The last thing I need now is to get a cold. Exactly. I don't want to get sick. I just don't know that I could take anything added to this. This is enough of a burden just getting through this. So I'm hoping that this continues to get better. I've got my appointment on Tuesday. I have, oh, the soup. Nothing like a nice hot bowl of chicken soup, chicken noodle soup. Love it. If it has matzo balls in it, I love it even more. There is actually a deli locally where I one day, shortly after I came home from the hospital, I think, they had chicken soup with matzo ball. It was delicious. It was really good. I'm often afraid to get soup out because sometimes they make it way too salty, but this was really good, so I enjoyed it. I actually should go there again and do something. Oh, yeah. I haven't made any in a while. I used to make chicken soup all the time. It sort of doesn't pay for me to make because just for me, that's a lot of soup. It really is a lot of soup. My mother used to love it when I made it. The whole house smelled so good when there was chicken soup on the stove. When I first came home from the hospital, the people who were going to let me stay with them and then didn't, she sent her husband over with, I never think to do that, Sabrina. Her husband came over with this mammoth pot full of chicken soup. Oh, yeah. No, I like matzo balls with a little substance, but not heavy duty. Just that, little bit of bounce to the fork. Um, Forgot what I was saying. Oh, thanks, Kay. Yeah, I really like this color. I'm very happy. Linda freezes everything in Ziploc bags. She does. Ben's Deli, right. I have to tell you, I took my grandkids to Ben's Deli when they were in, not last time, I think the time before. And I had a bowl of matzo ball soup. My grandson had a bowl of matzo ball soup. Someone had a sandwich and one other thing. And I think the thing came to something like $41. It was crazy. It was really crazy expensive. So I don't go to Ben's Deli these days. Um, yeah, it's been a, and then again, when it's just myself. However, on that note, I am going to be meeting somebody for breakfast next week. So this is my first foray this time into that pool, that dating pool. So corned beef knishes? No, I never did. Why? Do they have that down there? No, I've never heard of that. Oh God, I haven't had corned beef in many, many years. But okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I never heard of that one. Oh, thank you, Sabrina. They brought over a huge pot of soup. And when I first got home from the hospital, I probably couldn't lift it today. It was a mammoth pot and it was full. I couldn't lift it. I had to wait for my neighbor to come in hours later, and then we had to put it in several different things to put it in the fridge. It was tough. It really was tough. To make a long story short, they never picked up their pot. Hi, Ange. It's great to see. Why are you here? It's the middle of the night for you. Yes, I am meeting somebody that I met online, and yes, I am meeting him for the first time. I am meeting him at a diner. I am meeting him for breakfast. It's a diner that I know, and I feel okay about it. But the funny thing is, because there are so many crazy people out there, and thank you. I know it's 3:43. Oh, you poor thing, you're not sleeping. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm happy you're here with me, but I'm sorry it's because you're not sleeping. I'm going to find somebody to share the chair with. I sure am. Um, they do have great pastrami. Aw. I'm meeting one of the guys who has contacted me from the dating site. All of a sudden, in the last week or two, I have been contacted by so many men. A little about him. Well, I don't know that much about him yet. Oh, oh, okay. I'm a little wary. This one said he's divorced. Um, he lives not too far away. If I smell Ben Gay, run. Um, I'm trying to remember what else he said. He has adult children. He sounds like a nice man. Oh, don't let him know I live alone. Good idea. Good idea. I actually don't even on the dating site. I don't even put the town that I really live in because I don't want to risk anything like that. So I am a little bit wary. Um, and yeah, so I know it's a catch-22. If you don't, oh, I could do that. Uh-huh. Yes, I live with Milo and Ruby. Of course, I live with Bailey is sort of, I don't know. Will he think Bailey's? Although I love Bailey's Irish cream. Um, no, I don't give my home telephone number. I don't even like to give my cell phone number. They usually give me their number. He did give me his number. Look, I'm meeting him at a diner, so I guess it's safe. And I have to. I'm going to do that, Denise. I will do that. I, the funny thing is, I thought of giving a phony name, but I didn't because I didn't want to have to explain later why I did, but I spelled it wrong. So, yeah, that's true. I can block them. I have seen a picture. You know, the interesting thing is I learned, what do they call it? There's something, is it catfishing? Is that what they call it? I had heard about it the last time I had looked into the dating sites as a possibility. And this was quite accidental because I had taken my profile down from all the dating sites and I thought I had taken them all down, but I apparently accidentally left one up, and this is the one where men are contacting me now. And I mean, the profile that I put up, I said something about, aren't there any honest and decent people out there anymore? Or has that gone the way of the dodo bird? And, things like that. And so I get some nice kind of responses some of the time. Some of the time you can tell that they're BS. I get some from really young guys, and I don't get that at all. I stopped. I don't. I used to talk to, respond and then say, you're too young for me. But I don't even respond at this point anymore. Match, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about Match. All I can tell you is, yes, I am going to wear a wig, Sandy. Um, I, what I'm what I'm going to forgot what I was going to say. Uh, there had been some on these sites hiding a chaperone. I'll be safe. I mean, I'm going to be really careful. And as I say, I'm just going to a local diner. It's for breakfast. Oh, what I started to say was on a couple of the crime shows that I used to watch and have stopped watching because they scared the heck out of me. The starting and they met on Match.com. So I know several people actually, who met their significant others or their husbands or wives on Match.com. So, um, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I agree with you. I watch too many crime shows too, and it's very scary because you don't know what you're getting. I also find if they're too effusive um, in the beginning, if they, tell you that you're their soulmate or things like that, I figure it's a guy sitting behind a computer in Nigeria who's writing to me and who is trying to strip me of the 7 cents I have left. So I can sort of recognize that. Also, they often their 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 vocabulary is off. Their usage of certain words is off. One of the things that they used to say a lot, and you'd get this picture of this gorgeous guy, and you'd read this wonderful profile, and he'd want to meet you, and you would say to yourself, yeah, right. This guy needs to meet me on a dating site. Right. He had no front teeth. Oh. Aw. My first thought when he suggested meeting for breakfast is he's married. That was my first thought. So I knew what you meant. I really knew what you meant. But it's a question I'll ask. I'm sort of very straightforward at this point. Let's tell it like it is, because who has time for this? And I don't want to waste my time. I did want to interact with people, and I had said to my brother, I said I would be just as happy if there were sites out there that would have women who could interact with other women for friendship. It's hard to meet people at our stage unless we're working or there are places that we go regularly where we meet people. So there are not those kinds of things. So the easiest thing is to try to meet men. And I thought, even if I go out for dinner or go to a movie, maybe, I don't know, do people go to movies anymore? Or just, oh my God, Kay, go, yeah, by all means, go to bed. Take care. Have a good night. Go with the makeup I have on. I just, we'll see how it goes. It'll be okay or it won't be okay, but it will get me out of the house and it will get me talking to another human being. And maybe it'll be a little bit of time that I don't sit and worry about the future. So that in itself is a good thing. Okay. Um, so oh, thanks, Donna. What can I lose? I mean, the worst thing that'll happen is I'll have a nice breakfast. That's it. Um, interesting, interesting that he had said to me, let's go to the diner. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have to worry about that. And I'm pretty good at carrying on a conversation. I will let you know how it goes. And I think again, I need to reach outside of myself. I cannot allow myself at this moment in time to be any more introspective than I have been. Okay. Oh, oh, they're keeping you awake. I will be careful. You have a good rest of the night, Ange. Take care. Um, I just, I think that it's really important for me to get out and to be with people. I don't want to sit and worry. I don't want to sit and look to the future and wonder where I'm going to wind up. Um, I'd I'd rather just let it kind of unfold naturally, and I'll pray that good people are sent my way. And the worst thing that'll happen, my date is next Wednesday morning. I told him I could do it because he asked me when I was available. I told him I could do it either Sunday, and I purposely said Sunday, thinking that if he's married, he's going to say no to Sunday. Um, no, I can't live my life worrying, and I'm not going to do that. Oh, of course I'll let you know. I let you know everything. I share everything with you. So, yeah. As I say, the worst thing that can happen is that I'll have breakfast. But I said to him I could do it Sunday or I could do it after Tuesday. So he said Sunday wouldn't work for him. And again, as I say, first thought was, aha, he's married. Um, Only because somebody had done that to me years ago. And hi, Grace. Um, and it was not good. You really, exactly, you just need to have people to talk to spend time with, to do things. I want to stay young. In my mind, I'm still a young person, and I want to stay engaged. I would love to hear some of those stories. Feel free to tell them. I will be happy to listen. I'm sure we all will. Who are you dating? He's 86? Yeah, by 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Oh, that's what's important. That is absolutely what's important. He cares for you, and that's it. Yeah, I have no great expectations for this, Denise, to be honest with you. I don't know. I just, what I'm looking for is hopefully a pleasant, a pleasant meal, some pleasant conversation, maybe, if I'm lucky. And if it is that we want to see each other again, but I need to establish if we do want to see each other again at yeah, hi Renee, that he is single, because many years ago I met somebody who had told me that he was divorced 17 years before. Yeah. Yeah, that's hard, Sandy. You need connections with people. You really do. It is absolutely good to get out. It's absolutely gonna be in a public place, and I am not coming straight home afterwards in case he chooses to follow me. So, I don't think that he will. I can't imagine why he would. But yeah, we have to extend ourselves. Otherwise, we can get into a bind. And you really don't want to get into that place that gets really dark, because it's so easy to do. I find I am basically a very upbeat person. I see the glass as half full. I have for most of my life, sometimes foolishly perhaps, but it's harder for me now. It's really harder for me because right now I don't know, this thing that I'm going through. Mm, yeah. This thing that I'm going through is lonely and it's isolating, and it makes one very much aware of one's mortality. So I am not going to wallow in this. I'm just not going to do it. So we'll see. This could be an adventure. It could be something fun. Could be interesting. It is. It is, absolutely. And people have their prior connections, a lot of them. I imagine, and that's why I had thought perhaps if I moved to a different area, if I moved into a 55 and over place, that I would meet other people in similar circumstances who also wanted to interact with other people. The interesting part of it, however, is whenever I've gone to those places, a lot of people look very old, and I just don't feel very old. So I don't know how that would be. Well, I mean, there are children around when the grandkids come to visit, but it's just different, and it's a different way of life. So I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, the road is out there, and we don't know, and it's a good thing we don't know. You definitely don't look it. You definitely do not. I have to tell you, there have been a lot of younger men who have been writing to me and live in a 55 and over community. Yeah. Yeah, younger is not a terrible way to go, as long as they're not crazy young. I mean, I've heard from a number of people who are my son's age or right around my son's age. It is scary. It really is scary getting older, because there are so many unknowns and so many variables that we have to deal with, and it's facing the unknown. Facing the unknown is never an easy thing to do. So, oh, I missed something. 6 grown children. Wow, Denise. Son of a gun, I didn't know that. I know. I know, and that's just it. When the young ones write to me, I question their motives. And I say it's not for the love of me that they're doing it. And I just, all with their own lives. And we want that for them. We absolutely do. But having 6, Denise, is wonderful, because there's always somebody. Well, son of a gun. Um, yeah, God. I so wish that I had had a daughter. Not that I am not thrilled that I have the son that I have. I have. Um, yeah, I know. Assisted living? Aging is not for wimps. There is no doubt about it. It really is. It is a difficult thing to do. And we have to reinvent ourselves and we have to push ourselves to get out of our comfort zone and to just be part of the world that keeps spinning around us. And, otherwise you just sit and you wallow in whatever it is that's going on in your life. And let's face it, I mean, there are aches and pains and things that happen and things that we don't know. I mean, I, thank God, have, oh, thanks, Cheryl. I think you have to have. You really have to have. That's exactly it, Marla. My father always used to say that. He used to say it was life's cruel joke that you feel exactly the same. You feel young, but your body is not. Yeah, yeah. But assisted living, I think, isn't that really expensive as well? And assisted living, I think, if you need assisted living, is a great thing. Oh, Savannah? But isn't Savannah supposed to be lovely? And there are a lot of bugs. I hate bugs. I really hate bugs. And I don't like that awful heat. But then again, I don't like the cold. And I am totally dreading. You don't want to be a nurse with a purse? Yes. Yeah, exactly. And I think, yeah. So, but my father always said it was life's cruel joke because inside you feel the same. But life moves on. No, Denise is not in Arizona. We have people in Arizona here, but not Denise. Typing in the dark. Oh, you go to Arizona. Right. Um, who was it who was in Arizona? Was it Barbara? I don't remember. I don't remember, but we do have people in Arizona. My son loves Arizona. Scottsdale is his favorite place, and he has been to almost every state of the union. Who is that old biddy in my house? I said at one point, yeah, well, they do have groups, but it's difficult. And I've been just since I got home from the hospital, I've been looking for a little help. It's just not easy. It's just not easy, and there have been a lot of changes, and I think in the social service system, at least locally, it's been difficult to get the kind of help that you might need. So that's not been a pleasure, but I will definitely check it out. Um, Royal Highlands. Where is it? Where is Royal Highlands? Um, oh, I was wondering why I was feeling so dry. I had, it's in Leesburg. I had 48 years. Oh, you know something? I have to tell you, I hear that so often from my friends. You want a smaller house, but hate the thought of what? I lost it. the thought of moving. Yes, you have 5,000 square feet and you clean it yourself, Denise. God bless. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely host us all in 5,000 square feet. We would fit. We probably wouldn't even have to see each other. Yeah, I know that there is something about that, just being in a place where everybody is older, and I don't want to feel older. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are definitely not alone. I promise you that. You know, I think it's true. I think it is a good idea to live with younger people around. A lot of people are resistant to change, Sabrina. A lot of people find it hard to move. I know I have one friend who just, oh yeah, and that makes it better when the new crop comes in, because if you're in a place that is aging as a community, the people who got in there in the beginning are aging with the community. So it's definitely not, they, if they're very active, that's wonderful. People age in place. Where is it that you live, Grace? You have 9 grandchildren, Kathy? Oh, wow. That's wonderful. That really is wonderful. I only have 2 grandchildren, and they live in Arizona. That's funny, Denise. That really is. You got a belly ring. That's funny. Son of a gun. You're making me feel like I want to go down there. We could build a. Oh, he just won't do it? Yes. Yes, but it sounds like a lot of fun. I think it's great. I really think it's great. Mine are boys, and it's just different with the boys. And their mother kept them a little bit away from me. I mean, I saw them, and until they moved from here, no one's outside in the winter. Really, yeah. Well, here, that's true because it gets so cold. I mean, and I'm finding it harder to take the cold the older I get. Or maybe it's because I've not been well. But it was 38, it was registering 38 degrees in my car today when I first got in. And it was cold. Yes, Marla, that is so true. It was, we had a period of adjustment that was hard. It was really hard and it was lengthy, and it created issues. And the interesting thing is now we get along great. And I actually saw her when she came into New York. Um, so yeah, yeah, it would be great to. I really, half hour north. Yeah, 2 sons and a great daughter-in-law. That's wonderful. If you have a great daughter-in-law, that's a gift. I really was so looking forward to having a daughter-in-law because I thought I'd have a daughter, and I thought how wonderful it would be. And and now, of course, he's in a different situation with, yeah. I don't know my David's significant other well. I know her much more through his eyes, and based upon his feelings about her, she's wonderful, and she's certainly caring and has been great and there for him. So I'm happy for him. I wish truly that I had a relationship with with her. I really wish that I did. Once again, it goes back to that I have always wished that I had a daughter, and or a sister. My mother used to say that early on. She felt terrible that I didn't have a sister because she did. and she knew how much it meant to her, and she so wished that for me, but it was not meant to be for me. And I would have loved to have a really great relationship. Yeah, and Sandy, I understand that they have great or better cancer care down in Florida now. Yeah, it's listen, you get what you get. The 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 doctors in Florida. Well, you had a bad experience, Marla. Yeah, yeah, you really had a bad experience. It's it's hard. And you did it all down in Florida? Finding a good doctor is challenging, and when you have one, it's a gift. That's great. So you definitely had good care. You know, it depends upon who you get. There are good, you're exactly right, Sabrina. There are good and bad doctors everywhere. There really are. And I mean, I had the first one I had, the one who misdiagnosed. Oh, that's awful. The one who misdiagnosed me, I thought he was good. Yeah, I know that it's challenging for you in the UK. Yeah. Yes, getting recommendations from friends is definitely the way to go. And there is no question you have to be proactive. No question about it. You know, I was thinking about it. Somebody was saying something to me today. It was actually my client when I went to see my client because they were asking me how I was doing. And I told them how I got delayed in my recuperation based upon getting the infection in rehab. And you need an advocate too. You really, really need an advocate because when you're compromised and when you need help the most, you need help the most. And you're the most vulnerable, and you need to know that you've got good care, and they need to know that you have people who care about you so that they don't just let you, what? I can't think of the word. They don't let you just, I can't think of the word. I'm having a senior moment. They don't let you just sit in the background and do nothing. So, fester. Yeah, that's a good word. Oh, oh, that's great, Sandy. That's a wonderful thing. If you have access to good doctors, that's great. After I had the bad experience with the first doctor, and I started to advocate for myself and look for myself, and I Googled, I got very, very lucky. I mean, I got really good care from somebody specializing in sarcoma, and she got me a wonderful plastic surgeon who everybody in the hospital was afraid of because he's such a nut wanting his patients to get the best care. And I, as unlucky as I felt at the outset, that's how lucky I was at the other end of the journey before I went into the hospital. So, yeah, having the right people take care of you is all the difference in the world. Really is. You know, I'm just noticing the time. I cannot believe it is 84 minutes that I've been on here. I must be boring everybody to tears. You are lucky that he does all of that. Wait a minute, what happened with your pen pal? Oh, he misdiagnosed him. Yeah, it's bad. It is, again, it's a gift. If you have good doctors, it's a gift. For me, finding a good primary physician was the hardest part for me. And I'm hoping now that the guy that I'm with is good. But yeah, I suppose that's true, Kathy. Um, I'm going to keep doing the best that I can at every juncture and see where life takes me. That's it. I actually sold a house for a couple who moved to Louisville. And take care. Have a good night. Yeah, I think it's time for me to get off. It's been going very, very long. But I have to tell you, I thank you so much. I would love to do that. We have talked about that. It really would be great because I think we've got such great people here. Um, Angela, go to sleep. Go to sleep, you poor thing. Do you get to sleep during the day when you don't sleep at night? Yeah, let me tell you something though, Renee. When you talk about widowers, most of the phony things all say that they're widowers. They're all widowers and don't have they don't have family nearby and they've always got a great story. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, thank you so much. You take care, have a good night, and I hope you get to join us again really soon. So, oh, good. I'm glad you do. That's great. Oh, good. Good, Denise. I do too. And I can't tell you how much you helped me tonight because you totally, totally took my thoughts away from my worries. So, say a little prayer for David that everything is really okay. And yes, we have an incredible group of people here. We really do. And I don't just say women because occasionally we have one or two guys coming in here. Okay, what did I miss? I just missed something. Wow, 3,500 square feet for 259. Son of a gun. That's really great. That's one heck of a difference from here, is it not? He was a cop. Yeah. Yeah, I know there are sites where you can have people checked out. I guess. Yes, with your mother-in-law suite. Yeah. I know there, what are those sites where you can check people out again? I can't think of it. I used to use it occasionally, and I can't even think of the name of it. There are a couple of them. Of course, you have to pay for it. Um, yeah, but listen, if it ever comes to anything, I have a date for breakfast. Nothing too fancy, nothing too impressive, but I do have a date for breakfast. So I will be doing that next Wednesday. I have no great expectations. I'm looking for a pleasant hour or whatever. And it's not cheap in Atlanta. Yeah, so we'll see how it works out. And I would like to have somebody that I could talk to on the telephone from time to time. Is who still on? Oh, and me? Did I break up again? Am I having a problem with this? Is it cutting out again? I've been doing better, poo poo poo. I'm still here? You can hear me? Oh, okay, good. All right. Yeah, well, we'll see. And I think it'll be somebody to talk to, exactly. And if you have any interests in common, how nice that is. So it's just another person to connect with. A 4,000 square foot home for 290 sounds good to me. Okay, ladies, it was wonderful spending this time with you. I really enjoyed it. I feel like I want to sing the song about this time we spent together and then pulling on my ear like Carol Burnett used to do. The big snow. Oh, the big snow. That's right. There is supposed to be snow coming. Good luck. I hope you don't get what they expect. And yeah, I had heard about that today. Good night. Love you too. You know that I do. Good night, Renee. Good night, Kathy. Good night, everybody. And I will see you very soon. Who knows? Could be tomorrow. Take care.